People are sharing the creepiest unsolved mysteries that they can't stop thinking about. So I decided to look into the details of each one. Brandon Swanson's case always boggled my mind. The fact that he alerted his parents that he was lost and needed help. They were on the phone with him, heading toward him, only to hear his last moments. To know they were so close is so terrifying. By Danica Ramirez. Recently, Reddit user uRandomWeeb asked the people of r/Ask Reddit to share the creepiest unsolved mystery that keeps them up at night. After reading through some of these, I will definitely not be sleeping soundly for the next couple of days. Here are the most bone-chilling cases. Warning: disturbing and graphic content ahead. 1. The mysterious death of Elisa Lam in an LA hotel was extremely creepy, especially the video of her in the elevator. The fact that she ended up naked and dead in a water tank, only discovered after residents noticed a strange taste in their water. Ugh. Here's what we know. On February 1, 2013, 21-year-old Elisa Lam was reported missing after failing to check out of her hotel room at the Cecil Hotel in Los Angeles. All of her belongings were left in the hotel room. After law enforcement could not find any leads, the uncanny footage of Elisa inside the hotel's elevator was released to the public on February 14, 2013. In the video, Elisa gets in and out of the elevator, peeking around the doors and making erratic hand gestures. According to Esquire, on February 19, 2013, 20 days after Lam was last seen, a hotel staffer was sent up to the roof of the hotel to check on the water tanks after several guest complaints about low pressure and murky water coming out of the taps. It was then when Lam's body was discovered, floating naked in one of the 4 large tanks that provided the hotel's water supply. The case was closed in June 2013, and the cause of death was listed as accidental drowning. Elisa's bipolar disorder was also listed as a significant factor. Though the case is closed, the mystery surrounding how she ended up in the water tank on the roof remains. Two, the 2006 disappearance of Brian Schaffer. He was last seen on surveillance entering a bar, but was not seen exiting it. It's possible that the cameras may have missed him, but there were no other exits out of the bar. Other surveillance in the area showed no trace of him, and there have been no traces of Brian since. Here's what we know. Brian Schaffer, a 27-year-old medical student at Ohio State University, went drinking after class at an on-campus bar with one of his friends. There is camera footage of him entering the bar, but no footage of him exiting. The bar had only one other exit, but it was not for public use at the time and led to a construction site. According to the Columbus Dispatch, Brian Schaffer was 27 when he was last seen around 2 a.m. on April 1, 2006, inside the since-closed Ugly Tuna Saloon in the North High Street area. Schaffer was seen on cameras inside the bar shortly before 2 a.m., talking to two women, but then walked away. He is not seen on camera footage leaving the bar, and he hasn't been seen since. 3. The Malaysia Airlines flight is pretty wild. I mean, an entire plane of people went missing, and there hasn't been anything conclusive. It boggles my mind to this day. Here's what we know. A Malaysia Airlines flight from Kuala Lumpur to Beijing disappeared from radar on March 8, 2014. The flight had 12 crew members and 227 passengers on board. The Washington Post reported, soon afterward, at 1:21 a.m., as the plane was about to enter Vietnamese airspace, the aircraft's transponder stopped sending location data. Then the plane made an unscheduled sharp left turn, away from its planned flight path to Beijing and back toward the Malay Peninsula. Despite an extensive search, the plane has never been found. 4. The disappearance of Lars Mittank. To summarize, he was on a trip and called his mother, claiming that people were trying to kill him. On the day he was supposed to fly back home, he was recorded sprinting out of the airport and into a nearby forest. He was never seen again. Here's what we know. In 2014, 28-year-old Lars Mittank was on a trip with his friends in Bulgaria. After a physical altercation with one of his friends, Lars was forced to stay behind due to an injury to his eardrum, delaying his flight back to Germany. The Mirror reported, Lars made a terrifying, panicked phone call to his mum from his hotel room. He reportedly ordered her to cancel his bank cards and suggested he was being followed by people trying to kill him. Once Lars was in the airport terminal, he became paranoid and fled as fast as he could out of the airport and into the forest, leaving all his belongings behind. There has been no trace of him since. 5. The Setagaya family murder in Tokyo. A man broke into a home and murdered a family of 4. He stayed for several hours, ate their food, used their bathroom and computer, then finally left. There were very few leads despite the evidence. It's a very sad case. Here's what we know. In the Setagaya neighborhood of Tokyo, the Miyazawa family was murdered in their home on Deck 30, 2000. The family of 4 consisted of a married couple and their 2 children, an 8-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. Also pegged as the Goldilocks murder, the case garnered much attention due to the bizarre actions of the unknown killer. According to BuzzFeed News, after the murders, the killer raided the Miyazawa's kitchen. He ate 4 small containers of ice cream and drank several bottles of barley tea that he found there. He used the family's first-floor computer to surf the internet at 1:18 a.m., and some reports indicate he might even have taken a nap on their sofa. Despite finding excessive evidence belonging to the killer, including shoe prints, fingerprints, and even blood, no arrest has been made.